Welcome back to Momentum 99. In the previous video, we have seen what do you mean by this static equilibrium. The equations of static equilibrium will goes like this. Whenever a rigid body needs to be in equilibrium, it has to satisfy two conditions. One is the summation of all the forces acting on the body should be equal to 0, and this includes summation of all the forces acting along the x direction, summation of all the forces acting along the y direction, and also the summation of all the forces acting along the z direction. This is the first condition. And the second condition is the summation of all the moments taken at any arbitrary point or any fixed axis on the body should be equal to 0, and also this also includes the summation of the moment taken along the x, y and z direction. Now this is the two equations of static equilibrium. Now if you look at here, it is mentioning that we are considering the static equilibrium of the rigid bodies. Now what do you mean by rigid bodies? Now as we know the definition of rigid bodies, those are the bodies which are capable of transmitting the required amount of motion and forces with undergoing negligible amount of deformation. So whenever we want to transmit the required amount of motion from one point, from one link to another, we will be making use of these rigid bodies since they will be undergoing very negligible amount of deformation. So this is about the static equilibrium equations what we have learned in the previous video. Now moving on, learning the static equilibrium, there are three conditions in your syllabus. The first one is studying the static equilibrium of a particular body when it is acted upon by two kinds of forces or two different forces here. Now first is, we will be learning the first condition. There are three conditions as I said earlier. The first condition is studying the static equilibrium of a body which is acted upon by two forces here. Now let's look at this condition with the help of this diagram. Now consider this, whatever the rectangle thing we are seeing, consider this as a body now. Now at a point A, we have 2 points here. This is point A and this is point B. At the point A, we have a force acting represented by Fa, and at the point B, we have another force that is represented by Fb. Now, this Fa and Fb, they are acting in the opposite direction. And the second thing to be remember here, that line of action of Fa and Fb, they are on the same straight line. Or else we can say like this also, the force Fa and Fb are collinear forces here. Now looking at this diagram, whenever a body is acted upon by two forces, that is nothing but Fa and Fb or any other quantity, what is the conditions of static equilibrium? Now the conditions of static equilibrium to be satisfied in such a condition is, there are two conditions. One is the magnitude of Fa should be equal to the magnitude of Fb. So whenever we have a body, if I apply 5 newtons on the left side and if I apply the 5 newtons on the other side, since the magnitude are same, that satisfies the first condition. So there will be no resultant motion. Now let's see what is the other condition now. Since we are saying that the magnitude of the first force should be equal to the magnitude of second force, we need to consider the direction here. So what is the equation we have written here? Fa should be equal to negative of Fb. Now what is the meaning of this one? The magnitude of the first force on the force A should be equal to the magnitude of the second force of Fb. One more thing is, their direction should be opposite to each other. So whenever a body is acted upon by two forces, they should have the same magnitude, but their direction of application should be opposite. That is the first condition to be satisfied. Now going on, there is second condition. The forces, whatever the two forces which we are considering here, that two forces should be collinear in nature. Now if you look at from this diagram, we have the line of action of Fa and Fb. Both the forces are acting on the same line. Or you can say that the Fa and Fb are the two forces which are collinear forces acting on the same body. Now these are the two conditions to be satisfied to have the static equilibrium of a body whenever the body is acted upon by two different forces here. Now also, this second condition, in order to learn this one, we can make use of this diagram now. Now the line of action, since the force Fa is acting from left to right, we will be writing the line of action moving towards the right side. And since we have the force B moving from right to left, we can write the line of action representing the force of the force B as from moving from right to left. Now here, since what is the condition to be satisfied? The second condition, both these forces should be collinear in nature. That is nothing but the line of action of these two forces should be the same. They should lie on the same straight line. Now let's assume that Fa and Fb, the line of action of the two forces, are separated by an quantity by h. Now, in order to satisfy this second condition, these two forces need to be collinear forces. So, what will be the value of h? Generally, in order to satisfy the second condition, we will be taking the value of h is equal to 0. When we make the value of h is equal to 0, both this Fa and Fb, there is nothing but the line of action of the force Fa and Fb, they will be coming into the same straight line, such that they will becoming collinear forces now. Now this is the first condition, equilibrium of a static equilibrium of a body under the action of two forces. We will be moving on to the second one now. Moving on, the second condition is, or the case is, finding the static equilibrium of the body which is acted upon by three forces. The previous one was calculating or studying the static equilibrium of a body which is acted upon by two forces. Now you will be studying the static equilibrium of a body which is acted upon by three forces here. Now this is the diagram to be drawn. In this case, we have a body here and we will be considering a point P. And the point can be considered at any point along this out of the area we are considering here. Now at this point, there are three forces acting at this particular point here. Now through the point A from the body, we are having a force of magnitude Fa acting at this point. Now through the point B, we have another second force Fb acting at the same point, and from point C through this point, we have the third force Fc acting at the point P under consideration here. Now, since all these 3 points are acting at the same point, we need to find what is the conditions of static equilibrium when this body is acted upon by three forces here. Now, there are certain conditions that needs to be met when the body is said to be under static equilibrium. The first condition is, whatever the three forces we are considering here, that three forces need to be concurrent forces here. Now, what do you mean by these concurrent forces? The forces whose line of action meet at a particular point. Now, what do you mean by meet at a particular point? We have three forces here, Fa, Fb and Fc. Now, since these three forces, their line of action are meeting at the point P, the first condition is satisfied here. Now, moving on to the second condition. The second condition says that the force polygon, whatever the force polygon that we will be getting, considering the line of action of these three forces, we should obtain that as a closed triangle. Now, what do you mean by this force polygon? You will be getting to know it better when you will be solving the problems. Just remember this one. The force polygon, what you will be getting by considering the line of action of these three forces should be a closed one, preferably a closed triangle. So these are the two conditions in case of studying the static equilibrium of a body when it is acted upon by three forces. First is, all the three forces should be concurrent. That is nothing but their line of action should meet at a common point or one single point. Second is, you should be getting a closed force polygon diagram. Moving on, the third condition of the case is studying the static equilibrium of a body which is acted upon by two forces and a torque here. Now, as I said earlier, force tends to give the body a straight line motion, whereas torque tends to rotate or twist a body on which it is acting now. Now let's consider this diagram now for this third and final case here. Now this is the area where you will be considering two forces here. Now this line of action indicates F2 and this line of action indicates F1, such that F1 and F2 are separated by a distance denoted by h here. Now let's note this from the diagram. Now since these forces are separated by a distance h here, there will be generation of couples because of the application of the force F1 and F2, and because of the application of force F1, the reaction couple or the reaction torque that is produced by the application of the force F1 will be in the opposite direction of F1 here. So if F1 is acting towards the right direction, the torque will be acting in the opposite direction at this point of line of application here. Now similarly, because of the application of the force F2, we have the generation of the couple in the torque in the opposite direction because of F2 that acts on the same line of action of F2 here denoted by T here. So F1 and F2 distances are separated by a distance h, and T are nothing but the torques which are generated at the line of application of the forces F1 and F2 because of the forces there. Now, to study the equilibrium condition of such a body, there are three conditions to be satisfied. The first condition is, the forces whatever we are considering, F1 and F2 should be equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. That is nothing but F1 equals minus negative of F2. This negative indicates that the F1 and F2 are facing in the opposite direction, or their line of action are in opposite direction. And second, going on to the second condition, these two forces what we are considering F1 and F2, those two forces should be parallel in nature. That is, You cannot have the value of h equal to 0 in this case. The value of h should be not equal to 0. This is the second condition to be satisfied here. And moving on to the last condition, whatever the torques that are produced because of the application of force F1 and F2, we have two torques produced here. They should form a counter action such that this torque is cancelled by this torque. Whatever the effect of this torque, there will be certain effect on the body, and this torque, the generation of this one will be having certain effect on the body. Now the effect of this torque should be cancelled by the counter torque. That is nothing but whatever the torque is produced by F1, that and whatever the torque is produced by F2, those should be off in opposite direction such that they cancel out each other. So these are the three conditions to be satisfied for the static equilibrium of a body under the action of two forces along with a torque. So these are the three cases, very important.